This is a note to the recording called Meaning.
Let me say it again, in case I've got it wrong. We don't want selfless people to destroy themselves in being selfless. We would rather they had a self that valued themselves as others and others as themselves, not valuing others more than themselves and therefore destroying their own self. And of course not loving them less, because then they're not selfless. They're loving themselves more than others. So it's a fine line we're looking for. Let me put it in something more everyday. Don't dress better than other people. Don't dress worse. Dress around the average. No, that's going to leave half of the population suffering an inferiority. Dress as bad as the poorest. That might leave you with not enough dress at all for survival. So, he that has two, give one away, still has. You say, yes, but the one I have wears out, the coat. Shouldn't I keep the other one for the future? Now, Jesus' response to this in the Jesus story is, thou fool, tonight thy life may be required of thee. And then where will your possessions be? Forgiven to others. So that was clearly pressed as regards physical possessions. And physical possessions, being the symbol of what's kept to oneself. You may keep all your time or your attention or your care or your concern to yourself. And then it's the question of, well, if I'm selfless, how much of this do I give to others? And how much to myself? And I suppose the answer is, well, it will be to a degree that you find tolerable, or even to a degree that you find makes you happiest. And the more you're concerned with others, the more you will be pressed to spend less of such resource on yourself. And you could say, well, you're going to exit this world pretty quickly then in that case, aren't you? You're going to die in poverty or the disease that's caused by poverty and lack of concern for self and your concern for others. So the world's going to be eternally populated majorly by the selfish individual, not the selfless. And the answer to that is yes, that's true. It's heaven that would be filled with selfless individuals, not the earth, not this world. Well, I suppose the story of Jesus is the epitome of such a view, isn't it? He died for others, rather than risk getting it wrong. Could have lived as the poorest of people, or as the not so poor, or as the wealthiest. But something in him drove him to die for others. We see that something as something we truly value, but perhaps we see it as something we can't attain. We resist taking hold of because of the cost. We're so attached to our life. And of course, the answer then in the story is he that loves his life will lose it. And he that will lose his life for the kingdom's sake, if you like, for the love of all, for the love of God and all that God values here, will gain his life unto life eternal. That's the essence of the Jesus story, isn't it? Whereas others have made the essence atoning sacrifice, something Jesus did that you don't have to do. It's been done for you, and now you can live a hunky-dory life and then go to a hunky-dory heaven. Could be right, but looks suspiciously wrong, doesn't it? And many people find this, of course. For many are called, but few are chosen. It seems that if you give your life away, you will gain it unto life eternal. And if you hang on to it, you will lose it and have nothing. In which case, entering heaven seems to present tremendous risk. After all, you could be wrong and give away your selfish interest and gain nothing, neither in this world nor in the next, because the next doesn't exist. You know, supposing you find that to be the case. Would it be better then to be as selfish as you can be in this world as regards keeping your life together in the way that you want to enjoy it, and hope that God comes to the rescue in the end? Well, of course, then he might do in the sense of, say, the Hindu sense of you keep coming back to this problem. You keep coming back to having to face this decision until you finally choose the right decision. Or it may be that there's no God and no reincarnation, and well, in which case, did you gain as much by being selfish as selfless? Probably not, because the selfishness meant incredible loneliness. And loneliness is a state in which you actually want death. It's called being suicidal. And some people, realizing this dilemma, cry out to God for themselves to be selfless, to escape this frightening dilemma that they find themselves in. And of course, the selfless choice is always there. That's what this creation's about. It always offers you what you might not want, the opportunity for life eternal. Whilst you're here, you unquestionably have this choice of risking it all for life eternal. And you may come to an experience here that leads you to take that choice. And I don't mean that leads you to take the choice of ending your life here as a goal, but giving your life here be a blessing. Now, if you see that such a choice is a blessing, to be utterly selfless, then you will want others to be so as well. So you will spend your resources and time and your life here encouraging others to be as reckless as yourself, to value life eternal more than life here, and anything that promotes the possibility of life eternal as being the ultimate blessing and help to people. So you will ruthlessly be battling against the selfishness that most people have, and they will see you as an enemy, except for those who have really come very close already to the same view as yourself. So we call many, but few come in, few choose to come in and stay. The others recoil and fall away, back into the world of samsara, I was going to say, back into the world of selfishness, self-interest, self-preservation. We might take a path that maximizes our stay in this world so that we may help others for as long as we can. But we may find that that ability to help others is rather limited, except by leaving. And I don't mean a suicide, but I do mean a giving to others that does imply that life here in this world is not eternal.
Thank goodness. Thank you, Dad.